From the beginning, the Japanese made it very clear that they intended to stay in Malaya and Singapore. All clocks were set to Tokyo time. Otherwise, they would be smashed. They made it a law that everyone should learn Japanese, or rather, Nippon Go. Soon, all bookshops had books that taught the language, as would all schools. On 28th April 1942, the Japanese chose to open all schools. It was considered the most auspicious day because that day was the birth of their emperor.
I am Shinozaki-san. I am the new Director of Education. Now you forget English culture. It is rotten. English culture comes from ruin to Roman Empire. Now what can come from ruin? Now you must learn Nippon Go classes. If you don't go, you'll be severely punished.
It was really extraordinary how this idea of the divinity of the emperor was rooted in the minds of the Japanese.
You must respect the emperor. It is a cliche to pronounce the name of the emperor.
What's the emperor's name?
Hirohito.
If one showed no cooperation, he was detained and administered slaps and kicks as a lesson for the future. People were terrorized. We stayed at home as much as possible and only went out unless it was absolutely necessary.
But even at home, you were not safe. At any time or any moment, soldiers would come and force any closed doors. Everything belonged to the emperor, and his soldiers, as representatives, had the right to take away anything they liked. No one was safe, especially those in Changi prison.
Buddy, oh boy, make a big noise, play in the street, gonna be a big band someday. Got mud on your face, your big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place.
mission land was becoming more and more difficult. There was very little food. Everything was strictly rationed. Every few days, we would hear rumors that our friends or family were driven out of their houses and taken to concentration camps.
There, they were subjected to insults and ill treatments.
For 2 years, the mission schools had been functioning under the Japanese authorities. Towards the end of 1943, we received some terrible news.
Mr. Shinozaki! Hakim Isuni's called. What news do you have? Please quick, tell me the news.
I cannot say if it's good or bad news.
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other?
2 years.
Have I been kind?
You have shown us kindness when others have not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my people.
I do not understand.
I'm afraid that I'm a bringer of bad news, dear Bishop. As it is my duty, I must hand this over to you. You are to relinquish your schools by the end of the year.
What? You can't do this to us! That school is ours!
New principals will be appointed by the Japanese. You will receive recommendation letters for your good work done during the last 2 years. You must vacate your residence by the end of December.
Where are we going to go? We can't leave Singapore. You won't let us leave. And if we can't stay at the school, what is going to become of us?
If you do not do so, you will be severely punished. I'm sorry, Bishop. I truly am.
2 long years.
I beg your pardon.
2 long, excruciating years. We have held our ground. We have clung with weak, starving fingers onto the vines of the vineyard of which you have provided. We have toiled day and night, blood, sweat, and tears into the soil where the harvest was once rich. And yet you've taken away from us. Lord, give me the wisdom to know what must be done and the courage to do it.
You must gather your people and leave as soon as you can. I cannot tell you what may happen soon, but I can say that it is best to leave this wasteland. What can come?
From ruins.
So there it was, early January 1944. We were sent to the promised land, or more realistically put, Bahau Camp. The Bahau Camp was set up by the Japanese to ease the food supply problem in Singapore.
Singaporeans were encouraged to settle outside of Singapore, in areas that could farm and live off the land. The first to arrive at Bahau were in charge of preparations, but the real events arrived in the 50s and 60s every week.
It was as if the Japanese were getting rid of the original settlers from Singapore by the truckloads. At first, it seemed as if they were genuinely concerned with our plight. After a while, it was clear we were nothing but mere parasites in New Nippon.
There were no railroads, only tortuous, narrow, muddy tracks. We can only get there by train or car ride to the south of Bahau and trek for several hours before getting to our new home.
Brother Noel, with Bishop de Vals, and 2 others were the first to arrive. Brother Gerard and his 2 novices, Brother Andrew and Brother George, and myself, followed after.
Bishop de Vals lost no time in executing plans to make Bahau more livable, giving out tasks and responsibilities, and he himself took pains to help in the work, encouraging everyone along the way.
Where
settlers arrived. Many were shocked at the settlement. Others were more than happy to get away.
Sure, this is the best thing to do?
Brother Lewis said this place would be much safer for us.
Brother Lewis?
Philip!
Brother Lewis!
Since when did you start listening to men in dresses?
Mr. D'Souza, we meet again. I know this place doesn't look like much. Bishop DeVos and the rest of the brothers are working hard to make it more comfortable for everyone.
Can I help?
Of course. We need all the help we can get.
I would like to help as well.
My father is a carpenter. Dad, quick, we need to get started.
There's no hurry. Let's get you settled in first. Bishop DeVos will be very happy to hear that there are more people on the team.
Dad, let's fix that.
Where is Brother Louis? Where is Brother Louis? Where is Brother Louis? Brother Louis, Brother Louis! You must come quick.
What's the matter?
It's Bishop DeVos. I'm afraid he's...
It all started with the pain he had on one of his feet. No one knew exactly how it started.
Had he been stung by an insect? A centipede? A scorpion perhaps? Or had he been hit by a rusty charcoal? We never know.
He also grew. The pain was too much to bear. Medicine was scarce at that time. Bishop DeVos was sent to the nearest hospital. The best surgeon was called from Kuala Lumpur.
It was decided that the foot should be amputated from the ankle.
Antibiotics were not available. Gangrene soon spread to the entire lake.
Which had to be cut too.
The day after the operation, Bishop DeVos left us.
Our dear beloved bishop gave his life for his work, never caring about himself, but for the welfare of his flock.
Gerard, I brought you some food. I think it's best you eat something. Are you feeling any better?
Not really, but nothing a young man like me can't handle. It's been very quiet lately, hasn't it?
Quiet is good.
Yes, I agree. It just isn't the same without the bishop, is it? I see there are more empty huts.
Yes.
Was it another death, or did he find their silver lining?
A bit of both.
I hear the people say the war is almost over.
Rumors, but it's all we need to sustain us right now.
Pity. So many lives have been lost. You worry, Brother Louis?
Yes, I worry about the school and what has become of it.
The brothers, they tell me you're leaving?
Yes.
Go then, be my eyes. The Lord will watch over us here. God be with you.
And also with you. Brother Gerard,
Yes?
don't take too long to come home.
Home? When life becomes a shattered dream that's slipping through my trembling hands, I need to know that you are near, to know you see each falling tear. When there is no one else who understands.
find the words to speak. You hear the pain in each heartbeat. Before I even come to you, in my deepest hour of need, that's when you come and pour your mercy on me. Your beauty shines, your love surrounds. Where Christ of brokenness I found, bring hope alive.
Help me believe and trust you one more time. In brokenness, you shine. In brokenness, you shine.
Let comfort be a living thing, a river flowing from my grief, where thirsty souls can drink their fill, and find in you their heart's release, and through my sorrow show your freedom and hope.
Your beauty shines, your love surrounds. Where cries of brokenness are found, bring hope alive.
Help me believe and trust you one more time.
Brokenness, you shine. How could I know when not to said a word or two, then walked away? To you, the man of sorrows, would come here to stay. You'll always stay.
What in the world is going on?
It's falling from heaven, Brother Adolphus.
Brother Gerard.
Brother Gerard, wake up.
Leave me be. I'm in the middle of saying my last rites.
Have surrendered unconditionally to all prisoners. The war. Brother Vincent!
Yes,
Brother Vincent!
Brother Louis.
Father Bonamy.
It's over, Brother Louis. The war is finally over.
On 12 September 1945, the official surrender of the Japanese forces in Singapore took place. All the officers of the Supreme Allied Command under Admiral Mountbatten were in the Grand Hall of the then municipal building. Thousands of people of all races came to watch the shameful defeat of the Japanese. Brother Adolphus, Brother Vincent and myself made sure we were there to witness this glorious day being written in the history of Singapore, to replace that not so glorious day written on the 15th of February 1942.
Upon returning from Bahau, I made my visit to Serangoon to see the state of school premises there. To my dismay, I saw that all classrooms were full of
Rice, salt, sugar. We put all our food here.
The Japanese were still in command. I went straight to the education department to report what I had seen. I met Mr. Cheeseman. He was as friendly as ever. I told him he looked the same, to which he replied,
I'm but a shadow of my former self, I'm afraid. Too thin and very much older.
like the rest of us after the war. He told me,
Schools will reopen on 1st October.
that's much too soon.
Exactly. We have no time to lose.
How? Brother Noel and the rest of the brothers are still at Bahau. I have no news of them. Brother Vincent and Brother Adolphus are on their way back to Canada. And this means I'll be alone for a while. How, Lord? Tell me, how do I do this on my own? I don't know where I'm going, but I should know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and the songs of yesterday. But I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time, but here I go again. Here I go again.
Though I keep searching for an answer,
Never seem to find what I'm looking for. Oh Lord, I pray you give me strength to carry on, 'cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. As a preacher I was born to walk alone,
And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time.
Just another heart in need of rescue. Wait on love, sweet charity.
And now I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days.
'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams.
Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a preacher I was born to walk alone.
And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. But here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go.
Brother Louis!
Brothers, you're back?
You did say to come on quick.
I didn't think you'd be back this quick.
Ah, okay, ghost then. Balik kampong, balik kampong.
We just got here.
Balik kampong, back to Bahau.
What's going on? Why are we going back to Bahau?
You and Falco are enough kampong life.
Wait, don't go please. I'm just so glad all of you are back. I was beginning to worry.
There's nothing to worry about anymore, Brother Louis.
I'm only one person. How do I rebuild?
With us, together.